Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Sia. I make videos on crocheting, sewing, and knitting. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to make this top. If you're interested in making your own clothes, then stay tuned. You'll be making this very super cute easy top. Please do go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, join the family if you will. For this top, you're going to need your bust measurement. So you're going to measure your bust, the widest part of your bust. So you're going to need that measurement. You're going to need your armhole measurement or your arm side measurement. I normally just put the measuring tape around my armhole and I try to get that measurement. And you're going to need the length of your top. So my top is 18 inches. So you're going to need to take the length of your top. So you're going to take your measuring tape, put it at the top of your shoulder somewhere up here. And you're going to measure all the way down and make sure the measuring tape goes over your boob. Because that's the only way you can get your accurate measurement, because if it goes to the side, it's not going to be accurate. So you're going to put the measuring tape over your boob and down to wherever you want your top to stop. So the length of your top depends on your preference. And then you're going to need your neck hole measurement. So I think that's 4 measurements that you're going to be needing for this tutorial. And for supplies, I believe you're going to need your hook, the yarn. You can use whatever yarn that you want. You can use whatever hook size that you would want, because this tutorial is measurement based, so you can get away with using whatever yarn that you want. And you're going to need stitch markers. You're going to need something to cut your yarn with. I think that's about it. So let's get into this tutorial. I'm using this hook. It's a 3.5mm hook, and for your yarn I'm using a weight 2. My original top, I used a different yarn. I'm just using this one because I wanted a gray top. So you're going to divide your bust measurements into 2, because we're going to be working on a front and back panel, and then we're going to sew the 2 panels together. We're working bottom up for this top. I'm going to make a slip knot to start. And I'm going to make a chain that stretches to half my bust measurement, which is 18 inches. This pattern requires you to chain a multiple of 3s. Yeah, you're going to chain in a multiple of 3s plus 2. So you're going to make a chain that stretches to your bust measurement, and then you're going to chain 2 extra chains. So 1, 2, 3. For row 1, we're going to start. So this is the hook. We're going to ignore this chain on the hook, and this is the first chain from the hook, and then this is the second chain from the hook. You're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And I don't really like working into the V-stitches. You can do that if you want to, but I wouldn't advise that, especially if you're making crochet wearables. I would advise you to work into the back bumps. So when you flip it, this is the V-stitches. And then when you turn it around, you're going to crochet into these back bumps. Into the back bumps instead of the V-stitches, because it creates a more stretchier fabric than when you work into the V-stitches. So I'm going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook. It's a bit hard to work into the back bumps, but it's totally worth it. So just try to wiggle your way into that. So yeah, I'm going to place a single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and then I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, so the next 2 back bumps. And then I'm going to go into the third and place a single crochet. And then I'm going to chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, and then into the third, place a single crochet. chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, into the third, place a single crochet. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to work into the back bumps, but it's totally doable. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, go into the third with a single crochet. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, into the third, you place a single crochet. So that's basically the pattern for row 1. You're going to continue chaining 2, skip the next 2 stitches, go into the third with a single crochet. So you're going to repeat that until you get to the end of your chain. So I'll see you guys when you get to the end of your chain, and then we can work on row 2. I just finished with my base chain. For row 2, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to turn your work, and you're going to place a double crochet right into that first single crochet right there where that chain 3 is coming from. So you're going to place another double crochet, and this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And then now you're going to yarn over, and you're going to skip your chain 2 space. Going to skip this chain 2 space, and you're going to go into the single crochet and place 3 double crochets. Like so. And then you're going to yarn over, you're going to skip the next chain 2 space, into the single crochet, you're going to place 3 double crochets. You're going to yarn over, skip the next chain 2 space, into the single crochet, you're going to place 3 double crochets. Yarn over, skip the next chain 2 space, into the single crochet, you're going to place 3 double crochets. And that's basically the pattern for row 2. You're going to be yarning over, skipping the next chain 2 space, into every single crochet. After skipping the chain 2 space, you're going to place three double crochets. So that's the pattern for row 2. You're going to repeat that until you get to the end, and then I will show you how to end row 2. I'm at the end now. To end row 2, you have one last single crochet right here. So into that single crochet, you're going to place 2 double crochets. That ends row 2. So for row 3, you're going to chain 1, turn your work. You're going to single crochet into this first double crochet right here. Into this first double crochet, you're going to place a single crochet. You're going to chain 2. You're going to skip 2 double crochets. So 1, 1, 2. Into this third, you're going to place a single crochet. Chain 2. You're going to skip 2 double crochets. 1, 2. You're going to go into the third, and you're going to place a single crochet. You're going to chain 2. Skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, into the third, you're going to place a single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, into the third, you're going to place a single crochet. You're going to chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, into the third, and place a single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, into the third, and place a single crochet. I'm going to be chaining 2, skipping 2 double crochets, into the third, and place a single crochet. Chain 2, skipping 2 double crochets, into the third, and place a single crochet. And that's the pattern for row 3. So repeat that until you get to the end, and then I'll meet you guys to show you what we're doing for row 4. I'm coming to the end of row 3. I just wanted to show you guys what to do at the end of row 3. So I already chained my 2. I already did single crochet, chain 2. So now we're going to skip 1, 2 double crochets, and you're going to place a single crochet in the 3rd chain of this turning chain right here. So 1, 2, 3. So this 3rd chain, you're going to place your hook and place a single crochet. That's the ending of row 3, and this is basically the pattern. You're going to repeat row 2 and 3 for the remainder of the top. For row 4, you're going to chain 3, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to place another double crochet right into the single crochet where the chain 3 is coming from, like so. And then you're going to yarn over, skip the chain 2. You're going to place 3 double crochets into the next single crochet. Like so. Going to yarn over, skip the chain 2 into the single crochet. You're going to place 3 double crochets. And this is the pattern for row 4. So I'm going to be crocheting until I have this panel reach 9.5 inches in measurement. Okay guys, so I just finished my panel. If I measure it, it's just about 9.5 inches, a little bit past 9.5, which is fine. So now I'm going to start. Well, this is how the top is gonna be, this way. It's just I was trying to show you guys the measurements. This is my front panel. The front and the back panel is exactly the same. I wanted to let you guys know that I ended on the 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet row. So you want to make sure when you're completing the length that you want for your top, you end on this row. 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet into the 3rd stitch, because now you're going to want to end on that row, because now we're going to start doing the decreases. We're going to start working on the decreases. So now I'm not going to chain anything, because normally when we place the double crochets, I would chain 3 and then place 2 double crochets into the first single crochet. We're not doing that. So to create a decrease, we're going to just turn our work like so. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to skip this first single crochet. So we're not placing any double crochets into this first single crochet. We're going to skip that. We're going to go into the next single crochet, and we're going to place the 3 double crochets. Like so. So that creates a decrease. So now we're just going to continue doing 3 double crochets into every single crochet. Okay, so I just got to the end and I placed my 2 double crochets in the last single crochet. So now we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to place our first single crochet right there, chain 2. We're going to skip 1, 2 double crochets, and then into the 3rd, place a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets into the 3rd, 2 double crochets into the 3rd, you place a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, 3rd stitch, place a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 into the 3rd, place a single crochet. So you're going to repeat that until you get to the end, and I'll show you what to do when you get to the end. So now that I'm at the end, I already chained my 2. I'm going to skip 2 double crochets and then go into this 3rd stitch. I'm going to place our last single crochet. And you guys can see there's already like a slant right here creating, and that's how we're going to be decreasing. Now we're going to create a decrease. So all the decreases are going to always be on the double crochet rows, not on the single crochet rows. So now we're going to turn our work like so. Again, we're not going to chain anything. We're going to yarn over. We're going to skip this single crochet, the first single crochet, into the second single crochet. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're going to place 3 double crochets. And you're going to continue placing 3 double crochets into every single crochet. You're going to continue placing 3 double crochets into every single crochet that you come across, all the way down until you get to the end. So I did 5 rows of decreases. You can go ahead and do your 5 rows of decreases, and then we'll continue with the shaping the armhole. I finished my last row of decrease, and I did a row of single crochet, chain 2, single crochet row. So now I'm chaining 3, 2, 3 like normal. Turn my work. And I'm going to place another double crochet right into this single crochet stitch, like so. So now we have our 2 double crochets at the beginning of the row. So no more decreases on this side. And then I'm just going to place 3 double crochets into the next single crochet. Three double crochets into the next single crochet. Three double crochets into the next. So basically just going to place 3 double crochets into every single crochet until the end, and then I'm just basically going to work my rows as normal, no more decreases. Let me show you guys. No more decreases on the side. So I'm just gonna work my rows as normal. I'm basically just going to create 7 more rows, and that includes the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet rows. So this is my second row. This single crochet, chain 2, single crochet is my first row of the 7 more rows that I'm about to do. So I'll count this row, which is 1, and then this row that I'm currently doing, which is 2, and then I'm going to do more rows until I get to 7 more rows, and then I'm going to create the ties for the sleeve. So yeah. But when I'm done with my 7 rows, I'll be back and I'll show you guys what to do next. So as you guys can see, I've added my extra 7 rows since I stopped decreasing. So now my armhole measurement measures from when I literally started decreasing, which would be about here. This is where I started decreasing. So from there to where I started decreasing is about 5 inches. And my armhole measurement is about 8.5 inches. So we are going to add more length, but we're going to start working on the ties for the sleeves while adding the length. I'm going to do about 6 extra rows to add more length to the top, and while we're adding more length to the top, I'm going to be working on the ties for the sleeve as well. To start working on the ties for the sleeves, I'm going to make 96 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have my 96 chains. You can chain whatever number that you want. Just make sure it's in a multiple of 3s. As long as it's in a multiple of 3s, you can chain less than me, you can chain more than me. Now I'm just going to chain an extra one, and then into the second chain from the hook. But this is the hook. First chain, second chain from the hook. And I'm going to go into the back bumps. And I'm going to place 1 single crochet, and I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to skip 2 chains into the third. I'm going to place 1 single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains, next to the third I'm going to go with the 1 single crochet, chain 2, I'm going to skip 2 chains into the third. I'm going to place 1 single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains into the third, place 1 single crochet, chain 2. This is basically what you're going to repeat until you get to this part, and then I'll show you what to do when you get over here. Okay, so now I'm basically at the end. I have two more stitches left, so I'm going to skip those 2 stitches. I'm going to chain 2, and then into this double crochet right here where I would normally chain 3, I'm going to go in there and place a single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 2, skip the next 2 double crochets into the third. I'm going to place a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets into the third, place a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets into the third, place a single crochet. I'm going to repeat this until I get to the end of the row. Alright, now that I'm at the end, I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and I'm going to place 1 double crochet into this first single crochet, yarn over, going to the next single crochet. I'm going to place 3 double crochets, yarn over, going to the next single crochet. I'm going to place 3 double crochets, and I'm going to repeat this all the way down and all the way down this chain, this tie for the sleeves. I'm going to repeat this all the way down, and then when you get to the end, you're just going to place 2 double crochets into the last single crochet right here. I'm on the last, almost at the last single crochet, so I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to place 2 double crochet into this last single crochet, like so. And now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to place 1 single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets into the third, place 1 single crochet, chain 2, skip the next 2 double crochets into the third, place 1 single crochet, chain 2, and that's basically what you're going to repeat all the way back down and all the way across the top to the end. To keep doing this until I have 6 rows. I'm going to do this for like 4 more rows. So my next row is the single crochet, chain 2. That's my 3rd row. Then I'm going to do 3 more rows, which is going to give me 6 rows. Okay, so I'm done with my ties for my sleeve and the extra 6 rows that I needed to do. So I'm measuring my armhole measurement now. It's about 8.5 inches. So I'm happy with my top. So now we're going to need you're going to repeat the same steps to create another panel, same exact panel. Nothing changes. So now I have my second panel. Now we're going to just put them together like so. So you're going to need your neck hole measurement. My neck hole measurement is about 14 inches. So 14 divided by 2, that's about 7 inches. And then I'm going to divide the 7 inches by 2, and that will give me about 3.5 inches. So what you're going to do is put your pieces together. You're going to fold it in half. And this is for you to figure out your neck hole measurement. And then you're going to measure, you're going to take that measurement, you're going to divide your neck hole measurement by 2, and then divide it by 2 again. So mine is going to be 3.5 inches. So I'm just going to measure 3.5 inches from here. And then you're going to need stitch markers. Mine is 3.5 inches, so I'm just going to place my stitch marker somewhere here. So place it right up here. So I'm going to basically do single crochets to like close this. And then this will be like my neck opening. And of course this part you're going to be tying, so you don't really need to do any type of closure on this side. You're just going to single crochet these two together. Okay, and since we've figured this out, now you're going to fold your top in half as well, again. When you started doing your decrease, I would advise, if you don't really know how to keep track of where you started doing your decreases, to just put a stitch marker there so you know exactly what you're looking for. But I can clearly tell, so I didn't put a stitch marker, but this is where I started doing my decrease. You're going to place a stitch marker through that, and you're going to take your other stitch marker and you're going to place like so. So you know exactly where you're going to be. And now you can do single crochets up until the stitch marker, and do single crochets up until the other stitch marker, and then you should be done closing up your top. Close up this top part for your armhole, and you should be done. Love, thought I did until I knew your heart didn't